Oh, hey guys, welcome back to Too Far Gone. Today we're going to take a look at Marx Carney. Now, I don't want to hate on the guy or anything like that, but if we're looking to replace Trudeau with somebody better, we might not want to look in that direction. We might want to look elsewhere. So let's just check it out.
Or a conservative, watch this video to the end. Caught this guy in another lie. You guys got to be careful.
You resigned from more than 20 corporate boards, I think.
Not corporate boards. Most of those boards were philanthropic or
okay.
charity.
Before you have a seat, would you be willing to show Canadians what they're dealing with and what you've been dealing with?
Well, let's be clear. Okay. I was UN Special Envoy for Climate Action. I was chair of chair of Brookfield on a number of philanthropic boards and did a lot of charity and other work.
All right, fact check time. Number one, and I want you to pay attention to all the dates because the dates were only within the last few years. This one here, United Nations, he's still a part of that, but within the last few years, meaning he either quit all 20 of these that I'm going to show you and just failed at his job, or he is still a part of these, which I'm going to show you that he's still a part of all these. So he had lied. He is a part of 20 different corporate boards, and I'm going to show you. So number one, United Nations. Number two is the Glasgow Financial Alliance for Net Zero, which you can see right here. He is the co-chair of the group. And as I've said many times, this is to decarbonize the economy at accelerating rates. Not to mention his good old friend Michael Bloomberg is part of that as well. And his good old friend Larry Fink. Number three, Brookfield Asset Management, which he did supposedly resign from January 16, 2025, as he wanted to become the leadership of Prime Minister of Canada. So he literally quit knowing he was going to become. You don't quit a job not knowing if you're going to get another one. But oddly enough, this link is still there. See where it says Brookfield Mark Carney? But it says access denied. He didn't leave Brookfield Asset Management. They just hid his name from there. Number four on the International Aluminum website for the Industry Transition Accelerator. And you can see his name right there because he is part of that board as well. Number five, Group of 30, which you can see current members, Mr. Mark Carney here. And to be really sure, you scroll down a little bit more, and there he is again. He is definitely part of that board as well. Number six, Bloomberg. Mark Carney is the board chair of Bloomberg. Number seven, gotta like this one. Mark Carney's board of directors for Stripe Payment. Mark Carney said the very nature of commerce has changed over the past decade. Stripe has been at the forefront of enabling this new digital economy, providing initiative and resilient global payment solutions to businesses large and small. Could that be digital currency coming soon? Number eight, PIMCO adds economist and central banker Mark Carney to its global advisory board. Number nine, Harvard elections. Here he is. Look at that. I just noticed that. See where it says manga cum? What is that all about, Mr. Mark Carney? Candidate on the board, Board of Overseers, election year 2021. Number 10, the Rideau Hall Foundation welcomes 7 new board members, including Mr. Mark Carney. Number 11, the steering community of the Bilderberg meetings. And you all know about the Bilderberg meetings. The one and only Mr. Mark Carney. Number 12, the World Economic Forum, as he is one of the main contributors to climate change and on the board of advisory, Mr. Mark Carney. Number 13, the PIIE Board of Directory, Mr. Mark Carney. Number 14, Consulting.ca. Mark Carney joins the advisor partners as senior counselor. Number 15, Mark Carney joins Cavalto as it scales up to mission to fix the upstream carbon markets. And as you can see, he taps Mark Carney for board seat. He's on the board. Number 16, Marco Advisor Partners, on the board there as senior counselor. Now, he was on the board of Watershed, but has recently been removed, which I thought it was interesting to show this. Carney himself was the driving force behind one of the largest announcements that Glasgow Financial Alliance for Net Zero now has $130 trillion in pledge in assets. Wow, you're with a bunch of rich people that can literally end world hunger and fix the world, and you're worried about fucking taxing everybody about carbon emissions. For all the liberals that didn't know, he is also on the advisory board for Canada 2020. That means he advises Justin Trudeau. He is an advisor to Justin Trudeau. Canada 2020 has announced today the 9 public policy leaders who will serve as the advisory board for 2023-2024, focus on innovation policy solutions for Canada's future and the better world. The advisory board is chaired by Marx Carney. How about number 19, being the president of the Chatham House, which, as you can see, is still present. So let's listen again to that video that he just had an interview talking on national TV to you liberals and everybody else in the world who is listening.
20 corporate boards, I think.
Not corporate boards. Most of those boards were philanthropic or charity.
Before you have a seat, would you be willing to show Canadians what they're dealing with and what you've been dealing with?
Well, let's be clear. Okay. I was UN Special Envoy for Climate Action. I was chair of Bloomberg.
So you want to play fuck around and find out with me? Like, I see right through you. I'm not an idiot. I am really good at digging deep on something, and when someone gets me going on something, I will find whatever I can find on that topic. And I am really good at it. It's just sad that there is a good portion of Canada that don't even see what the hell this guy's all about. He is a globalist. He is part of every large, rich individual in the world. This guy is connected with every large globalist elite. And everybody hates those elites. Everybody's against them. But all of a sudden you see a new face coming in to be a liberal, and what, you're all up on his balls? You'd rather lick it clean for him so he doesn't have to take a shower? I don't get it. I don't get why people can't just go and look for this information themselves. Whatever. You do what you gotta do. I'll keep producing videos as much as I can to show the truth and corruption within our government, other governments. I'm gonna go above and beyond just to bring news and facts to people who deserve it. Because obviously, the world has troubles looking for these things, and they need a little bit of help. I love you all, and share this video far and wide, and drop me a comment.
Well, Mark Carney was governor of the Bank of England, and under his tenure, too much money was printed, which did damage to the British economy.
Sound familiar?
And put our economy off track. He, at the last election, endorsed Rachel Reeves' economic policy. She's now become Chancellor. It's been a disaster for Britain. The country is heading for bankruptcy.
Oh.
So I would strongly recommend not backing Mark Carney or his policies on net zero, which have been disastrous for Britain, would be disastrous for Canada.
Do you trust his judgment overall, outside of ideological considerations?
Well, I believe that he made major mistakes in the management of the Bank of England. He has pushed net zero, which has been a disaster, not just for the UK, but for many countries across the world.
Okay, so Justin Trudeau did the bidding of globalists and totally dragged Canada through the mud. Carney is a globalist, one of the people that Trudeau used to answer to or listen to. And I don't know. I don't. Ooh, it's not. I don't know. You guys figure it out. Stay sexy, Canada. Ow, ow.